Hey everyone, back tuning in to this afternoon's or this season's video, depending on when you're watching. Just have a quick look at the thunderstorm risk tonight and tomorrow. So we're doing storm watch. It's a fairly modest thundery outbreak. This it's not a classic by any means. We're very, very close to a classic, but the heat and the storm risk is mainly going to be to the east of the country. Nevertheless, I think we will have the chance of some thunderstorms towards the end of the night across parts of central southern England and then perhaps more widely across the southeast tomorrow morning before the whole lot clears away tomorrow afternoon. Now, before I get on with that, just to say about the ads, there's links to articles on all the pages at GazWhiz.com. Have a browse through the widgets, any articles that you're interested in, please click through. And thanks very much for doing that. So we'll start off with the facts charts. These are the human interpretation of the models by the forecasters at the UK Met Office. This is the facts chart for 6 o'clock in the morning. It's hot off the press, and we can see what's going on. We've got a very slack flow across the country. This cold front is trying to introduce cooler air off the Atlantic. And this little system here is the dividing line between warm but not particularly hot weather that's over the country and some very, very hot air that's pluming out of Spain and the Mediterranean across most parts of Europe. Behind this warm front here is where the real heat is, and it's just to the east of the country, but some of it is being imported into the very, very far southeast, in between that warm front just there that's across East Anglia and this little cold front that's lying somewhere across the Midlands. In that little section there's just a tiny sort of fragment of heat being pushed out of France, but the whole lot will clear away through the course of the day. So we go through to midday and we can see that the main cold front is coming in from the west. That's introducing the cooler, fresher air. And even by midday, the real warmth is pushing off in towards the low countries along this warm front. And then as we go through to 6 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, we can see that cold front has cleared the country. Actually, I think this is midnight Saturday. We can see that cold front has cleared the country by then. So it'll all be in a cooler, fresher air mass by the end of Friday night. In Saturday morning, it will turn a good deal cooler and fresher for all parts of the country. So it's just a few hours of warmth down in the far southeast of heat and humidity, but it's probably going to be just about enough to generate some heavy showers and thunderstorms. This is how the GFS is seeing things. This is the synoptic chart for midnight tonight. We can see we're bringing up this southerly flow. As we know, got the heat down in the far southeast, and the main cold front is associated with this low pressure off the coast of Ireland. The upper air temperature shows up very nicely. The warmth is in the far southeast, so from the Midlands, the sheer Midlands, down into southern Wales, southwest England, to the east and south of that, that's where the warmth is going to be overnight and through Friday. Out to the northwest, obviously we've got that cold front and that cooler, fresher air. So the GFS at midnight doesn't see much going on. There could be a few thunderstorms down around the channel, perhaps just coming onto the south coast, but most places should be dry actually at midnight tonight. But as we go through 6 o'clock in the morning, things have developed a little bit. There is the suggestion there of some showers breaking out, so those could be thundery. Not necessarily all that torrential, I don't think. There's no suggestion really for torrential rain, although being showery, it could be heavier than the model is anticipating. But there could be claps of thunder, some flashes of lightning when you wake up and when you have your breakfast first thing tomorrow morning across parts of the Midlands, central southern England. And as we go through into midday on Friday, the GFS sees things blowing up a little bit more across East Anglia and South England. Do remember, these are showers, so this is not a persistent area of thunderstorms by any means. It's hit and miss, so some places, even in this area that looks like we've got precipitation, will miss out and stay dry. But I think it's through the morning tomorrow that we've got the greatest chance of those thunderstorms in the southeast. Lincolnshire, East Anglia, South England, possibly the East Midlands, some parts of England. We could get thunderstorms tomorrow morning up to midday, and then they'll sort of all clear away through the course of the afternoon. And that's when things really blow up. You can see how things have developed in terms of quite torrential rain there, but it's just to the east of the country, so it hits that real heat and humidity that's across France, Germany, the Low Countries, and things really start to blow up then and turn very violent over the continent. The temperatures show how close we are to some real heat tomorrow, quite wide across France, the Low Countries, Germany. We're going to be up to 30, 31, 32 degrees, around 88 to 90 Fahrenheit, and that's why things will be turning really quite violent in terms of those thunderstorms eventually tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening to the east of the country. It is warm in the south. It's probably going to be the warmest day of the year, with temperatures up to 25 or 26 degrees, but the real heat is over to the east of the country. And as we go through into the evening, the cooler air begins to push in off the Atlantic Ocean into west. Finally, the high-resolution Euro 4 model develops things like this. Again, this situation at midnight could be a thunderstorm in the channel, but otherwise it's mostly dry. There's the main cold front coming into Ireland with some outbreaks of rain. As we go through in 6 o'clock in the morning, again, it's just that suggestion that through the parts of southern Lincolnshire, the Midlands, down in some southern counties, there is the risk of thundery showers. These look very hit and miss, but could be heavy if you catch one, and perhaps the thing you'll notice more is some claps of thunder going on, even if the rain isn't particularly all that heavy. I mean, it does develop things through the morning, so for East Anglia, South Eastern England, coming down perhaps into some southeastern parts of the Midlands, going through, say, the home counties and down into southern coastal counties, there could be some heavy thunderstorms through the course of Friday morning down in that southeastern corner. So I think the greatest risk of storms will be from, say, 6 o'clock in the morning through to midday. That's when we're going to have the best chance of thunder. And then it all clears away through the course of Friday afternoon, and you notice from these vibrant colours things turn really trench in terms of those storms. Violent thunderstorms there to the east of the country over much of the continent. If you like thunder and you can get over towards Holland, that's the place to be tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening as we turn drier and clearer. So that's how it's looking. It's not a classic by any means. To get that, we would have needed to really generate that heat over country, and then we would have allowed things to blow up. Nevertheless, I do think there will be some thunderstorms around later tonight, tomorrow morning, particularly the peak of this down in the southeast. Could be a torrential storm almost anywhere, and that could deposit, say, up to 10-15 millimetres of rain, quite a short time frame, so you'll need to watch out if you're driving about and you drive through one of those showers. But through the course of Friday afternoon, that should all clear away, and then it cools down. And that's going to be the end of this little burst of hot and thundery weather. Blink and you miss it. But if you get some storms down in the southeast, do enjoy them if you like them. Of course, not everybody does like them. Okay, that's how it's looking. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.